Hey, what's up? My name's Sinister Skater. Welcome to the channel. I'm excited to be bringing you the very first episode of Best to Worst for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Well, actually, we're going to be switching up a little bit and doing worst to best this year. I still haven't decided what I'm going to be doing with the title yet. But for those of you who are new, what we do in this series is rank each weapon class from worst to best and touch on the strengths and the weaknesses of each weapon in the game. And this is done after I achieve Diamond Camo on a weapon class, which means I'll have tons of experience and know the ins and outs of each weapon and how they compare to each other, and can recommend some of the best weapons and the weapons to avoid if you're just getting into the game or haven't touched a weapon class yet. For this episode, I'll be covering the assault rifles. There are 5 ARs in Cold War at launch, with a clear best and a clear worst, and the others being very solid options in between. But before we get any further into this video, we gotta pay the bills and save some balls with the sponsor of this video, Manscaped. I thought I was the weird one in the apartment. Put bells in your pants? Even better, I put this lawnmower to use this year and was able to get my ball sack smooth enough to fill my dream of attaching some bells to make jingle balls, jingle balls, jingle balls, jingle balls. Neat, right? Is that adhesive tape that you use there? Non-damaging. There's no hair, so it don't hurt. That's not how that stuff works. That's right, you can get your janglings that smooth with the Lawnmower 3.0, part of Manscaped's Performance Package. Not only does the Performance Package include the water-resistant lawnmower trimmer, you get some crop preserver, ball deodorant, and crop reviver ball toner, which if y'all been around the channel, you already know is the perfect thing for gaming season, let you go that one extra day without showering. You also get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer that features the same advanced skin-safe technology as the lawnmower, and the Shears 2.0 nail kit. And for a limited time, you'll get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Some of the comfiest boxers I've ever worn. I'm not just saying that, like, these things fit so well. Whether it be for a loved one, your friend, or for yourself, don't wait. Go to manscaped.com and use my promo code CITY. That will give you 20% off plus free international shipping. Your jingle balls will thank you. Without further ado, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, consider subscribing for more Cold War content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the upcoming worst to best. But at number 5, the worst assault rifle in Cold War, it's going to the FFR-1. Supposedly, at launch, this gun was amazing. I couldn't tell you because I didn't have the privilege to use it during launch, but within the first week, they nerfed this weapon and added a ton of recoil, and now this thing is completely unusable. It's contender for worst weapon in the entire game, actually. On paper, the FFAR has the fastest time to kill out of all the assault rifles, actually. It has the fastest base reload speed out of all the ARs. It also has a small mag of 25, and when you pair that with a fast rate of fire, you find yourself running out of ammo often. But other than that, this sounds really nice on paper, and apparently it was pretty nice at launch. But the new recoil pattern is unbearable. You have no control over your weapon whatsoever. You can't spray and pray at mid-range. It's challenging to even burst fire because it kicks so much at range. It's hard to use in close quarters combat. You would think it'd be easier to control and hit people closely, but no, the thing's absolute garbage, which is a shame because the FAMAS is one of my favorite weapons of all time, and they need to find a happy medium between what it was and its current state, because in its current state, the FFAR-1, again, is complete trash, completely unusable. It deserves its spot at worst. At number 4, the 4th best AR, it's going to the Krig 6, which is a good weapon, don't get me wrong. It's easy to use, it's reliable, it just doesn't offer as much as the other ARs on this list. The Krig 6 is most similar to the XM4 assault rifle. It has average stats all around except for 2 traits. It has a slower rate of fire, it's actually the slowest rate of fire out of all the ARs, and very low recoil, which makes it easy to use. The slow fire rate, however, makes it have the slowest time to kill on paper. You can mix in headshots to increase the time to kill, but that goes for all AR, so it's nothing really special for this. And missing shots hurts a lot with this because of the low fire rate. The minimal recoil does make it easy to use, though. It does have a slow recenter speed, which means it needs minor correction over time. You may notice with the Krig that it begins to slant after you sustain fire with it, and that's caused by the slow recenter speed. It shreds at all ranges though. Overall, it's a very solid weapon, but the remaining three definitely outshine it. At third best on the assault rifles list, we have the QBZ, and I think this weapon is getting overlooked by a ton of people. It has a slower time to kill for an assault rifle. It's faster than the Krig 6, but it makes up for that slower time to kill in so many ways. First off, it has extremely low recoil. The first half of the mag is literally a laser beam. The recoil pattern is very tight, and it goes in a straight up line. Like, there's no side to side horizontal recoil whatsoever. The latter half of the mag is where it starts to kick back and forth a little bit, and it's no longer a laser beam, but it gives you just enough ammo to kill 1 or 2 enemies at a time and retain that laser beam recoil. And even when it starts to bounce back and forth a bit, it's not that much recoil. It's very easy to use. It also has the fastest movement and handling out of the assault rifles, and it has beautiful thin, clean iron sights that don't warrant an optic. I don't usually mention iron sights too much in these videos, but the iron sights on the QBZ are absolutely beautiful. It has great range values. It's good at long range thanks to its laser recoil. It can shred people up close with its fast fire rate. It's just a very easy to use weapon, and I'm enjoying it a lot. You definitely should give it a try. At second best on the list, we have the XM4, which is your jack of all trades assault rifle while retaining the second fastest base time to kill, actually, if we ignore the FFAR because it's absolute trash. This thing is solid at all ranges. It excels in mid-range combat specifically. Other than that, it's a pretty boring assault rifle, and being boring to talk about. You know, it has a standard reload, standard range, standard recoil. The only negative for this is that its bullet velocity is a bit slow, but not by much. My only complaint about the weapon is the iron sights. They're okay. The closer range obstructs view a little bit, but not as much as the Krig 6. Not sure if I mentioned that first earlier. The Krig 6, I hate those iron sights. But again, other than that, it's a very balanced AR with good stats. You know, it's nothing special, but it has a pretty fast time to kill, which is good enough to be crowned runner-up to the best assault rifle we have on this list, the only one that we have left, at least for launch, and that goes to the AK-47. Hands down, best assault rifle, no arguments. Off the top of my head, this thing has the fastest time to kill. It's like half a second faster than the XM4. If we wanted to bring the trash FFAR into the picture, it has like a frame faster time to kill. So even then, the AK is on top of its class. Its recoil is easy to control. I love the iron sights on it. It has great handling speed. It doesn't lack in like reload speed, aim down sight, sprint to fire, anything like that. It's on par with everything else. It claps people at all the ranges. Being a high damage assault rifle with a slower rate of fire, you can sustain fire and clap people from point blank range to all the way across the map because, again, that recoil is easy to control. The only downside that I could think of to the AK is that it has the slowest bullet velocity out of all the ARs, which if you watch my first round of tips for Cold War, you would know that bullet velocity is a very important stat in this game, but it's honestly not an issue with the AK. This thing pumps out so much damage that unless you're firing at very far ranges across the map, you're not going to notice it. But the 100% bullet velocity liberator barrel, you slap that thing on and you can spray people down at any range. The AK was a beast in beta. It was a beast at launch. And if you happen to have any doubts about the AK-47 not being the best assault rifle, those doubts will go away quickly when you give the AK a try. That will wrap up my best to worst assault rifles list. Again, you're encouraged to leave your own list down below in the comments. Go thumbs up the ones that you agree with. For the next episode, we will be covering the submachine guns, but after that, I don't have any plans specifically for what weapon class will be after that. So if you have a certain class you would like to see, make sure you leave that down below in the comments, and the one I see most often I will be doing next. If you're looking for something else to watch and are on the grind for diamond assault rifles, my Flora Camo tip video may be just for you. If you guys enjoyed the video, again, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you're into Cold War. And if you'd like to help support the channel, there's always links down below in the description for you to check out and do so. Thanks for watching again, guys. My name is Sinister Skater, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace out.